like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. And got it with a ship for bees head. And got it with a ship for bees head. Ballin' like the Cavs, we gotta let them know.
You are now locked in with Antoine Spivey. This is EnDaZone Sports.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to episode 76 of EnDaZone Sports with your boy Spivey, Kills the Truth, and special guest D-A-V-I-D, the real. At first he wants to spell real at first, but now he got it together.
I'm fixing
Ruiz, what's going on, Dave?
I'm good, man. I'm excited for the show today.
Appreciate you for coming on. What's up, Kills?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Doing cool, man. Glad it's Friday, the end of the work week. Been a long week. Time to enjoy the weekend. Hope y'all ready to do the same. Enjoy this weekend. I know it's been probably a long week for y'all. You said no, Kills?
No, I gotta work, so
that's a choice you're making.
Ain't no damn choice.
That's a choice you're making for this weekend.
If it was
With
a
that
choice,
being said, appreciate everybody that's tuning in on the Diva Spivey Media Network, as always. Also, those that's tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel as well for more content like you're about to receive tonight on this Good Friday. And we got a lot we're going to get into. We're going to start this off. Y'all know what it is. It's Friday. Pick one sip one day, NFL edition. Myles, Garrett versus the field. Kales chose this one. You better have some good ones. So I'm about to say you better have some good ones.
Man,
You better have some good ones.
I don't know.
You better have some good ones.
Y'all gonna have to
That being
decide.
said, the floor is yours, my brother. Hit us with it. Let's go.
All right, the first one is up is Danielle Hunter from the Houston, Texas.
Myles, Garrett.
Yeah, I'm with Myles too.
Yeah.
All right,
I like
second
Hunter,
one.
though. I like Hunter.
The
But-
second one is Sean Merriman.
That Chargers defense was nice with him. It was. Fuck that. For me, I got to go Myles. Still going Myles.
It's tough because we watch what Myles does now live, and it's hard to pick anyone else with this. I got to go Myles too.
Right. Yeah.
All right. The other Houston, Texas defensive end, Willie Anderson.
Myles.
I'm still cooking with Myles too.
Myles.
All right. Lawrence Taylor.
I don't know. Me personally, I think I got to go Lawrence Taylor. This might be my first.
See,
First
the only way this was going to work is for him to did something like this.
Yeah.
That's the only way. For this particular, for Myles Garrett of all people,
Yeah.
this might be the only way.
He,
I'm gonna have to go LT. I'm gonna have to go LT.
So we drinking.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, we ain't drinking, but I'm gonna take my drink anyway.
Yeah, I'll take one too.
Damn, I ain't even out. Good Lord.
Yes.
All right.
No, we agreeing on everything, so we ain't.
It's
So
tough.
y'all took no, I thought y'all took LT over Myles Garrett, didn't y'all?
I did, yeah. I took Lawrence Taylor over Myles Garrett.
No, we both pick somebody.
Yeah.
We couldn't say both.
Oh shit.
We just made this too easy.
yeah.
Like made it too easy.
Man,
Especially
Lawrence
for
Taylor.
Myles Garrett.
Okay.
Hey, they
Reggie
made whole
White.
rules.
Who?
Reggie White.
I'm still going Myles, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Myles Garrett too.
Man. Bruce Smith.
Like-
Now these Hall of Famers y'all talking about, y'all know that,
Yeah.
right?
But they can be Hall of Famers. Myles Garrett's a future Hall of Famer. The thing is with Myles Garrett, he's some of the things he does, like I know we've seen other players do it, but he just does it cleaner and he does it better. Like they walked so he could run, and he's
Fact.
blowing it away. Like
I think I'm pretty sure this name on the list, but I think it's only like right now or whatever, like that I would. I mean, you said Lawrence Taylor, but go ahead.
Khalil Mack.
Myles.
Yeah, they played together for a while at the same time, not on the same team, but once Myles came in the league,
He took it over.
yeah, he took it over. Khalil's name was getting dwindled. He was getting a little older, even though he was still dominating.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett still won the Defensive Players of the Year, still beat him in every category. It's
I gotta
tough.
go with Myles.
J.J. Watt.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
I might have to go J.J. Watt, only because J.J. Watt was versatile on both ends of the ball. Like we seen J.J. Watt play offense, we seen him play defense, we seen him in other positions. Where Myles, we do see him in other positions where they bounce him off the line, like different parts of the line where he's on the right side, the left side. But for me, to have the versatility of like, all right, we need a touchdown, we're gonna put J.J. Watt in there. Like we don't see that with Myles.
I never saw J.J. Watt dunk a basketball.
That's true, but we talking about football. What does that got to do with basketball?
Myles Garrett or J.J. Watt? Man, this is a tough one for me. It's a tough one. We gonna have to drink.
Oh man.
J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
T.J. Watt, his brother.
See, to me, this might have been the only one I could really. In this case, give me Myles, because he gets doubled more than T.J. Watt. That's what makes T.J. Watt so explosive, because he basically going one-on-one a lot of the times, and he's gonna beat that matchup anytime. But Myles Garrett, you got to double team him, and he still get the quarterback and still get them sacks. So for me, Myles Garrett.
He's double teamed more than anyone else in the league.
Yeah.
And he's still winning Defensive Player of the Year, getting double teamed more than anyone else in the league.
Facts.
The fact that they're playing at the same time, really, it depends on the year and how the other team schemed them to make them decisions. Because I feel like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, we could have said T.J. Watt, but right now it's Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
So y'all telling me that J.J. Watt is better than T.J. Watt?
Yeah.
100. So different times and different positions mean different things. But on the line, strictly on the line, TJ's better than JJ.
Okay.
Why do you disagree?
Because the reason why TJ is better than JJ is because he has more sacks than TJ, and he also played a run better than JJ. He also create more turnovers and forced fumbles than JJ Watt did.
So your opinion is based off of numbers that aren't complete yet. You're bringing numbers from someone that's retired to someone that still has 4 years left to compare their numbers.
But the numbers compare. Okay, if we gonna compare their numbers, we can compare their first.
Well, that's what you're doing. You're giving
TJ what? This is what, 7th year, 8th year in the league,
something like that.
Okay, so we compare JJ and TJ Watt they first 4 or 5 years in the league. Compare that, then, if you want it, because it's that's just like saying LeBron is not better than Jordan because he padded on all his stats after Jordan retired.
It's not the same. It's a different game. There's 16 games.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same. It's not the same. 17 games. because basketball is way different than football. First of all, the game
It's a
has
stat
changed.
driven. It's a stat driven league, though.
You're making
Football
it
and
stat.
basketball.
You're making it stat driven. You see players on the team that record no stats, but they're doing all the dirty work behind the line, and they get paid because they're making the block for the run, and they're blocking for the offense. Those are stats that aren't recorded.
Okay,
And
but they
those
still get
players get
recognition.
paid. Barely.
It's offensive linemen
What kind of-
that's in the Hall of Fame because they don't get
In the
no
Hall-
stat. Does
we're
not
not-
mean
we're-
they was not. Does not mean they don't get
they-
recognition.
They don't get the same recognition as everyone else. They don't get the same recognition.
We comparing the same position to the position, right or
And
wrong.
Your
So
first,
I'm putting the stats on with the same position.
yeah, but you said he has more. You can't use the saying he has more when a career's not finished. It's different for LeBron and Jordan because LeBron's still playing and surpassed Jordan in all of these. That's the difference. When the roles are reversed, you can't compare them the same way. You can't compare those stats the same way. When a player is still active and they are ready,
LeBron is still active.
He's still active, but he surpassed him active. He surpassed him active is what I'm saying. He's still active and surpassed Jordan.
Playing.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kels.
He said LeBron was active.
LeBron was active and surpassed Jordan. You can't compare someone that's completed on the opposite end of the spectrum saying this player has more when a career hasn't ended yet. The reason we can do that with LeBron is because LeBron's passing all these finished NBA Hall of Famers in points and steals and rebounds, and he's still going and he surpassed them. These careers are already finished. So when you're using the ceiling as when someone finished their career against someone that still has years left, Watt hasn't broken that ceiling yet, but he can. That's the difference. LeBron is breaking these ceilings while he's still playing, and people want to compare the two. That's why you can't use this logic because LeBron's shattering expectations with players that are retired. You're using the height of a retired player with someone that still has years left. Does that make sense? Do I make sense, Spidey?
Say that again.
Do I make sense to you?
I feel what you say as far as
like when you use
the players still playing, like the retired part compared to the active players.
Yeah, and the reason we use that with LeBron is because LeBron's shattering these retired player stats, and he's still active. But you can't use the ceiling of a retired player for numbers that are still accumulating. It only matters when that gets broken.
Then I'm not comparing him with Bruce Smith, or I'm comparing him with J.J. Watt.
Yeah, but you're using numbers that are already concrete. Watt can still break those numbers.
And LeBron still could have broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar numbers, Michael Jordan numbers, and all that because he's active.
And he's already done that.
After you retire, your career is ended. But when you keep on going, your job is to break them records. It's not my fault that you retire at that certain state and your numbers stay that stagnant. When I'm continuing to play, our numbers are supposed to break your record because I'm that good.
But you can't say the reason he's better is because he has more. Is what I'm saying. Because he can still surpass.
If you look at
you know what you did, Dave. You know what you did, Dave. That's why I was quiet the whole time. You fell into Kel's trap, man.
What is that?
like he said that retarded stuff. Like, ain't no way in hell TJ Watt is better than JJ Watt right now. We know that. But you just fell into Kel's trap for him ask you that question for you to go down this road. That's why I was quiet. I was going to see how long it's going to take for you to catch up. Go ahead to the next one, Kel.
Move on next.
All right, Jared Allen, Minnesota.
I'm going
Myles.
Myles, okay. Both the brothers. Joey on Knicks.
Myles.
No, it's not close with those.
Jason Strainer.
Who?
The New York Giants. Jason Strahan. Is that Jason Strahan? I forgot.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The New York Giants, the one who broke the record for 22 sacks.
Michael Strahan.
Michael Strahan. Yeah,
Oh,
Michael.
my goodness, man.
I get a little
That's a good
buzz
one.
because I ain't drunk.
I'm still gonna go Myles with that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Even though I don't respect how Michael Strahan broke that record, I don't feel he worked for it. That's still a good one though. I'm gonna have to take a shot. I'm gonna have to take a drink to that.
Jason
You know-
Taylor.
Even though Kells made this too damn easy. You said who? Jason Taylor? Myles Garrett.
And man, it's nobody in that case. It's nobody comparable to him.
Because
Myles
it's the fact that
Garrett beat everybody.
it's the fact that you used Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett beat everybody. Then he beat.
It's the fact that you used Myles Garrett is why this was an easy one. The fact that you used Myles Garrett.
Damn. So okay. I mean, I don't know. Lawrence Taylor was a beast coming off the end of.
We said Lawrence Taylor.
I gave Lawrence.
I said Lawrence Taylor.
I feel Reggie White was one of the best pass rusher / person in that field. I mean, he got double teamed. He won.
I'm not saying none of the people that you picked wasn't good players. Not saying that. It's just that's like you said Myles Garrett. It's like you picking either in this situation a LeBron or a Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan and Joe Dumars. Jordan and Tracy McGrady. Jordan.
So it's nobody.
Jordan and LeBron. Then you'll have I say LeBron. Some people may say
There's only
Jordan.
a few people that you'd be like, okay, Myles Garrett versus like that.
What I'm saying is, next time you could pick somebody like
Nick Bosa.
Yeah, you could pick him. Somebody like that and run through some other players. But Myles Garrett was a very easy one. Very easy one. Go ahead. We got two more.
Shit, I can't even think of nobody else. Trey Henderson. Trey Henderson.
I mean, you could have picked the field versus Trey Henderson and came with somebody Trey Henderson, like Trey Henderson and Max Crosby.
Okay, so I'm saying Myles is way up here, so I gotta put second mid.
Everybody else,
Even though Myles Garrett, I was picking Hall of Famers who done this, who have over 100 sacks for their career. This is where
I agree with Dave at. Yeah, you name some Hall of Famers, but we know. Okay, again, I can say Myles Garrett. He's a future Hall of Famer. But Hall of Famer.
And I'm saying that's
all the ones that you said, I took LT over Myles Garrett.
I hope so, because LT just started all this. I
understand
what y'all saying. I should have took. I went too high with Myles Garrett. I should have went with Max Crosby.
Went too easy, man. Once again, Kells failed on the Friday to get everybody drunk.
That's what it was. That
Nah, you failed once again. Add that to your bucket. Add that to your bucket list of failure.
That's all it was. You see,
add that to your bucket list of failures.
That's all it was.
Add that to your bucket list of failures.
I was taking drinks for fun.
Yeah,
Reggie White, y'all, man.
That's just like saying
Bruce Smith.
See, that's just like saying they say, okay, who would
you
rather?
I should have just did running back.
Who would you rather, or Kells versus the field? They say Kells or Twine. They don't say Twine.
That's too easy.
They don't say Twine.
Right, it's too easy, right? You might
They're gonna say Kells or Dave. They gonna say Dave. They gonna say
easy.
They gonna say Kells or JD. They gonna say JD. Like you're gonna lose all.
Hey, as long as I'm in the Hall of Fame, you can say whatever. I still got a jacket.
But you ain't in no goddamn.
I still got a jacket.
You ain't gonna reach no goddamn Hall of Fame.
Hey, you said it.
You're not gonna reach no Hall of Fame. You're not Hall of Fame material.
You know how you go to the Hall of Fame and you see like this wide receiver, like Josh Gordon had 200 yards on X team. Your X team. Whatever team that is,
And
that's how
guess
you.
what? And
Because
guess
the
what?
other player put 200 yards on you.
And guess what? When you go to Canton, you'll see my bus right there.
Why you keep
with my
saying?
fleet.
Why you keep saying when you go to Canton? You're not going to no goddamn
I'm
Canton,
going to
man.
Canton.
Stop it.
I'm going to
Kel, I
Canton.
told you are. You know what? Then again, the way that how the world is set up now, you get accolades for everything. So, Kel, you might go down and go to Hall of Fame as being the biggest
Loser?
Participator.
participator.
Hey, you still get a trophy.
Look, see, that's a shame, man. That is a shame, man. That is a shame. That is a shame. Yeah, with that being said, Kels failed again, y'all, on this Good Friday. So don't blame
I
us.
don't know if
Blame
I feel.
Kels,
There was a lot of good quality players in there, but Myles Garrett, okay, I see. But damn. I couldn't take nobody.
With the NFL, man, we got who would you rather have NFL Fantasy Edition wide receivers? This is a fantasy season. This is my season. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna call it fantasy season no more. I'm gonna call it Twine season.
Nah, you gonna have a rough season this year.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even hear the see you picking up the Kale syndrome. I don't hear the confidence in your voice. I don't hear the confidence in your voice. I don't.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't hear the confidence.
That's crazy.
Like Kale, watch this. Kale, you gonna win the championship this year?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna win the championship this year.
Look, he practiced that.
Yeah, he practiced that. That ain't even sound real.
This is the thing. I've infiltrated your other league just so I can dethrone you in 2. Just so I can be the one. Just so I can be the one.
And you picking what? And what pick you picking?
The problem. It doesn't matter what pick I'm picking, baby. That's the thing. I'm picking 7th, I believe. And that's a great spot.
I'm picking 9th.
Because it doesn't matter where I pick. Every spot's a great spot when you play fantasy like me. That's the difference.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
I ain't worried about you, Kels. You can pick.
And you know what? And I love that. And you know what? And I love that. That's why I love that. I love don't worry about me.
I've played with you for 2 seasons.
Thank you.
And not one season I've had anything to worry about.
God damn.
That's okay.
That being said, fantasy wide receiver edition. Who would you rather have? Jackson Smith Njigba, T. Higgins.
T. Higgins.
I'm gonna go T. Higgins.
The only reason why I'm going with T because of Joe Burrow. I'm not sold on Sam Darnold. But if you're going by volume wise, Jackson Smith and Njigba gonna get the most targets.
He is. He gonna get the most. But again, we talking fantasy purpose, and Cincinnati is their defense is let's just say how it is shitty.
Yeah,
right.
They're going to be passing the football all game long, which means at any given time we see T. Higgins can erupt and put up big numbers. Actually, last year he was top 5, I believe. I think maybe top 3 in points towards the end of the season for wide receivers, like the last 6-7 weeks of the season. So I go T. Higgins too.
But Jackson Smith and Njigba gonna be nice though.
He is. He gonna be real nice.
We're gonna see what Darnold there.
Jackson Smith Njigba, Drake London.
I like Jazz then.
To me, it's Drake London.
I think Drake London gonna have a big season this year. You look at the numbers he was putting up when Michael Penix Jr. took over as quarterback. He was putting up big numbers, and I think a full off season, a full training camp, OTAs. I think they're gonna get an even greater connection, chemistry wise, for the passing game, and I think his numbers gonna shoot up even more than what they did last season. So I'm gonna go Drake London with this one.
Even without Michael Penix early in the season with Kirk Cousins before his injury, he was putting up great numbers. He wasn't getting volume, but he was getting a lot of yards. He was getting touchdowns. And that was.
Would you say, Gills?
I said, me personally, I think they're going to look at Bijan Robinson more, get him more involved in the game, get him more involved in the running and passing game. So with that, I think they're going to try to get Kyle Pitts Friday going, and people going to be slipping on Darnell Mooney. But Mooney was one of the best second best wide receiver in the fantasy going catch per target. So, but Drake London gonna be okay. But more volume. I think JSN gonna be the only wide receiver in Seattle. I'm not sold on Cooper Kupp.
Maybe I put some respect on Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
Cooper. That's why the Rams got rid of him.
Yeah, well, they got rid of him for health because even when he was healthy, lining up next to Puka wasn't the number one. It was still Cooper Kupp. When he goes here, they have full intention to making Kupp number one, I believe, unless his health.
Kind of remind me of Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, but different positions.
Yeah.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson.
JSN. And I like Justin Fields, but I don't think Justin Fields gonna be throwing the ball, the volume, but he gonna get Garrett Wilson gonna get the targets because there's no other wide receiver there. But Mason Taylor, the tight end for LSU, might get some ring because they was talking about he had a good open camp. So, but for me, it's gonna be JSN.
Yeah, for me, it's gonna be Garrett Wilson. Because we talk in fantasy here, and to me, Garrett Wilson's still wide receiver one, and Jackson Smith is, in my opinion, wide receiver two, under Cooper Kupp, and I'll always go with wide receiver one over the wide receiver two.
What makes you think Cooper Kupp is wide receiver number one?
Because he's Cooper Kupp. What do you mean? Why do I think he's Triple Crown winner? When you have a Triple Crown winner,
that was 3 years ago.
It doesn't matter if he's healthy. He's going to get open.
Are you saying he's number one, just like period, or any team, or he number one like just with Seattle?
He's the number one with Seattle.
Woo!
How? JSN just came. JSN just came up 100 catches last year.
Yeah, and we get that. But who they have? They have Metcalf and Lockett. And what happened? Lockett played awful last season. He was terrible. Lockett's just fast. His hands aren't really there. He was very streaky. He's like the J.R. Smith of wide receivers. He's the streakiest player. Yeah, he might win you 2 matchups out of the year, but the rest of the league, rest of the year, he's giving you 11 points. Maybe that. The volume wasn't there for him because he got open, but they couldn't get him the ball. Metcalf.
He was wide receiver 3 or 4 on his team. You had DK and you had JSN.
So you see, this we're gonna have to agree to disagree because when you pick someone up like Cooper Kupp, also we don't know how Darnold is going to play in that offense, facilitate that offense. You gave him Justin Jefferson last year, and I feel like there's an asterisk next to that Minnesota season because those wide receivers are so dominant with him because he wasn't good going all the way up until Minnesota. Then you gave him Justin Jefferson, and we've seen Justin Jefferson's quarterback proof. Doesn't matter what quarterback Justin Jefferson plays with, he puts up his numbers, and that makes that quarterback's numbers look inflated. Because
that part is true.
You got to look at even Addison. Addison, he didn't play too much, but look at the yak. Look at the yards after the catch with Darnold. He hit a couple bombs, but all those throws weren't great throws. We saw a lot of great catches from Justin Jefferson. We've seen a lot of yards after the catch from Addison.
What Jefferson supposed to do.
That's what they're supposed to do. But it doesn't matter. My thing is, look at all the quarterbacks Justin Jefferson played with. It doesn't matter. I don't know if these wide receivers are quarterback proof like Justin Jefferson. And I think that's going to make a big difference in the Seattle offense.
Okay, so
one thing I would say that we got to move on is I do agree. I would probably take Jackson Smith-Njigba in this case because he is, I believe, the number one in Seattle. I believe he's going to get the bulk of the targets. As with in New York, I think Garrett Wilson's going to get his, but we also got to count for Justin Fields and what he's able to do with his legs as well. That may take away some of the pressure, and I don't want to say pressure, but some of the volume away from Garrett Wilson. Now, I think Breece Hall is going to have a big season. He's going to benefit a lot. Yeah, he's going to benefit a lot. Jackson Smith-Njigba, Marvin Harrison Jr.
See, this is that one a tough one because I like Marvin, but it's up to Kyler Murray to get him involved more. And the way they run their offense, I don't feel like they using Marvin Harrison, but I will still go with just JSN. I'm still because JSN go get that volume and Clint Kubiak is going to go throw him the ball.
Who you got, Dave?
So this was really tough for me because I like Marvin Harrison, and I saw the weight he put on in the offseason. I feel like he's not going to struggle coming off the line against those bigger cornerbacks anymore. Not that they're bigger, but
he put on some weight too.
He put on some weight. He put on some strength, and he's going to be able to power things. With the asterisk being Kyler Murray and how he's streaky too, even though towards the end of the season he played decent for fantasy purposes. We're not talking overall fantasy purposes. He's played all right. But with that being said, because I don't trust Kyler Murray, I'm going to have to go Jackson Smith. But if I could trust Kyler Murray, I'd definitely go Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harris, they gotta move him around more. They gotta get him easy targets.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, Courtland Sutton.
I like Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton with Bo Nix. Courtland Sutton, I would take Courtland Sutton in this because Courtland Sutton will have more. I think Courtland Sutton will have more touchdowns for fantasy purpose, and touchdowns is everything for fantasy. Courtland Sutton.
I like Courtland Sutton too. 1,000 yards last season, still played good. Even though they saw rough play, their defense helped their offense tremendously last year. I think they're going to repeat that. And I think they're going to have a lot more space to do things they want, especially Bo Nix going into this next year, feeling more uncomfortable in that offense. I like Courtland Sutton a lot. He's a wide receiver one. And you know my argument before, like my opinion on the Cooper Kupp situation, but Courtland Sutton with Bo Nix, I think quarterback play is going to be a huge part of this because I think Bo Nix is way better than Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Courtland Sutton ended the season last year, top 5 receivers for scoring points. I think you had him on your team too, Kel, didn't you? Or you traded him away. Another dumb mistake. See, this is why, for the people that don't know that's tuning in, this is why I will become Kel's.
I had him and Jordan Addison last year.
At the end of the season. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Courtland Sutton as well. I think the chemistry with him and Bo Nix is gonna be even better than it was last year. Going into this season. He's a touchdown, red zone target. I think that's going to be big. I think the presence of R.J. Harvey is going to create a lot more, too, for him on the outside, a lot more play action coming from Bo Nix. He was a great play action quarterback last year, and that got a lot of open shots for Courtland Sutton. So, yeah, I'm going to go Sutton in this one myself. Jackson Smith-Njigba, Devontae Smith.
They both, to me, are exactly the same type of wide receiver. Devontae Smith, for fantasy purpose, don't give you that every consistent play all the time. He had one boom game, and then next 2 or 3 games you don't find him. With that said, I'm going with JSN. If we just
are you going by last season or just?
I'm going by like the consistency of what the Eagles are doing as an offense. They don't throw the ball as much as they used to.
Again, are you going by because of what you saw last season? Because before last season, Devontae Smith was a very upside wide receiver in fantasy.
Yes, I'm going back last year.
Okay, Dave.
Yeah, I'm gonna go JSN on this too. Simply because Smith is third option there. Number 1 option, Saquon, obviously. Number 2, honestly, we could go wide receiver. I think it's tied, really, because depending on where you're at on the field, that second option could be Jalen Hurts. It could be Brown. So, for that being said, I think he's a number 3. Very, very high ceiling for number 3. Solid flex player in bigger leagues like 12-man leagues. He won't be your wide receiver 1. He's going to be a very streaky wide receiver too, simply because of how they run that offense. Anywhere else, if he was anywhere else, get the targets he deserves. But it's not that he doesn't deserve those targets. It's simply because that offense is playing flawlessly right now, and there's no reason to try to fix something that's not broken.
I agree with both of y'all. I'm going JSN, even though I asked Kels a question. I just wanted to know his reason why.
I gave you my reason.
No. You said what you said. That's why I asked you what you going by last season, or just an overall totality. As far as when you said Devontae Smith not getting the targets, like the third options and all that. That's why I asked you what you going by just last season overall totality, because before last season, as I stated, Devontae Smith was a high upside wide receiver that could get you 15 points, from a flex spot in fantasy leagues. JSN, we got 3 more. JSN, DJ Moore.
I'm going JSN. I don't like DJ Moore at all for fantasy, so that's just me personally. I'm never going to touch him. But y'all can
I
have
like DJ Moore.
Y'all can have. I know you do.
I like DJ Moore. DJ Moore. If Caleb Williams take another step,
that's the key.
DJ Moore will be a high-end wide receiver. DJ Moore got talent. He can break tackles.
I don't disagree.
The year when he had Justice Fields, he really showed what he could do. The
Right.
year in Carolina. So with me personally, I'm going with DJ Moore. It's all about Caleb Williams though, and
Yes.
plus Ben Johnson gonna get him in that either that around St. Brown offense, or he gonna be more like Jameis Winston, or I think DJ Moore gonna have a big year this year. Damn it!
I think he's going to be the number 1 option in Chicago, of course. Number 2, I agree with you. As far as it depends on Caleb Williams and his play and his growth from last season, and also having Ben Johnson and the offensive genius that he is coming up from Detroit. I think DJ Moore is going to get used kind of like in that Amar St. Brown role. I think Rome Odunze more or less going to be in a Jameis Williamson mode. Role. So, and I will go with. I'll go with DJ Moore in this case too, because you mentioned quarterback play earlier with Sam Darnold.
Right.
I'm gonna look at it in this situation too. Sam Darnold, JSN, and Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams, we can all agree, is a better quarterback, even if you're looking at talent wise. And if you take that next,
hopefully. We'll see. We'll see this season. This is the season.
To be honest, he has no excuses. The Bears upgraded at every position that was
needed. Offensive line.
Offensive line. Yep. They got a running back. DeAndre Swift we ain't talk about that, but DeAndre Swift go be in that Jahmyr Gibbs type of role, and then maybe Roshan Johnson will be in the David Montgomery or I can't say his last name. So the rookie back probably going to be in that role. But the Bears should have a point in offense. If they don't, it's awful.
But on the flip end, I always look at it, they coming into a new terminology, a new coach, a new system, and I don't expect things to click just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
So,
I know.
But I do agree, Caleb Williams is set up to have no excuses for success in Chicago. JSN, we got 2 more. JSN, George Pickens.
I'm going with JSN because I don't know how George Pickens, but that's kind of a toss-up though, for real, because this is the best quarterback that George Pickens has played with. And it's the best. The other wide receiver he played with is CeeDee Lamb is going to take all the coverage from him, and he's going to have more one-on-ones. And this is hard. But you know what? I'm going with George Pickens. I think Pickens is going to have a breakout year this year for the simple fact that
a lot of people feel
now
that
he's with an offensive-minded coach, and he got a good to great quarterback in Dak Prescott, and he got a great number one wide receiver. So he gonna be 1-on-1 with the second best corner. So if he can win, he was winning that battle in Pittsburgh without good quarterback play. So George Pickens gonna have a good. Now he got to tone down his attitude, I hope. But other than that, George Pickens.
He won't be facing the number one cornerback.
Nope.
He'll be facing the number two.
Yep.
So that'll be big for him. So this is tough as well. But go ahead, Dave.
I'm gonna utter words I never thought I'd be saying live on air, and that's how I agree with Kels on this.
And look, a lot of people does that, man. Y'all ain't gotta feel bad.
Yeah, because a lot of the same reasons. The biggest reason is going to be if Dak stays healthy. We know that's his biggest flaw, but that's again in fantasy. That's you got to take the risk, even if you think they're going to be healthy or not. We know healthy.
So that mean you take a Christian McCaffrey at number 10?
No, but I got a strategy. You ain't getting it yet, but we'll see. We'll see who's there. But the thing with Dak is when he's healthy, he's a top 5 fantasy quarterback. He's a top 5 fantasy quarterback. It's not a lie. He throws for 500 yards a game when he's healthy. They might not win the game, but he still throws 500 plus yards. You can go back. You can roll the tape.
Oh no, Dallas wants the games when Dak is healthy. Dallas does win games.
They win. They lose. But that's not what I'm saying. The most part, what I'm saying is Dak airs out the ball, and now they have 2 number 1 receivers, in my opinion. I believe Pickens is number 1. He's not number 1 everywhere, but he's a number 1 option. To me, this is going to play out kind of like the Burrow T. Higgins situation a little bit, and Jamar Chase, where Jamar Chase he's going to take the number 1s like you said, and Pickens is going to be able to have a breakout season because of that. Because CeeDee Lamb's going to be taking all the number 1s, and Dak's going to air out the ball. They just do. And the running back situation sucks.
I don't know. I like Javonte Williams.
Yeah, but they're running 3 running backs right now. You have no idea what they're going to do. Their running back identity is completely in the air. They don't know what they're going to do. So when you're not confident in who you have running the ball, you know they're going to throw the ball.
Last one. JSN, Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, I'm saying Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors. For the simple fact, he got a better quarterback. What he did last year with Tony DeVito and Drew Lock and whoever else wanted to play quarterback that year.
The security guard.
Mario Jones. He still had over 100 catches. Now, with Neighbors though, is his injury. He played with that toe injury last year. Now he got a shoulder injury. So with that said, I'm still picking him. But he got to get healthy.
You said Malik Neighbors too, Dave?
I'm going Malik Neighbors. Yeah, that's just off what he did last year with nobodies. He kind of gives me Justin Jefferson vibes. He's quarterback proof. This season will solidify if he is or not. But every quarterback he's played for, he's balled for. So
LSU wide receivers.
Yeah.
Them boys tough.
Yeah.
Them boys tough.
Hey, hold up. The Ohio State boys too is going too though.
Facts. Yeah, good shit, y'all. Good. Y'all made it kind of even. It was even. Good shit, y'all. Good shit. I'm gonna leave the floor to you two. The boxing gurus.
I want to hear what Kels has to say first.
Jake Paul.
About this?
Jake Davis.
Yeah, about this.
Give me y'all thoughts, what y'all expect, and who y'all expect to win. The whole rundown. The floor is yours, Kels. Go ahead.
First off, this is I'm gonna say this. Tank is only doing this to win, to get money. Tank knows he's not big enough to fight Jake Paul. Jake Paul is 6'1", 200 pounds. Tank is 5'5", 135 pounder. He won't even go up against regular 147 pounders. Hello? I think we froze.
You froze.
We can still
I hear you, but you
froze.
froze.
Oh, my bad. I don't know why I'm froze. But this exhibition fight, is nothing to me. I'd rather see Tank fight Lamont Roach or Stevenson or Devin Haney. If he gonna move up, he should have fought one of them. Even give my boy his rematch at 140. But to fight Jake Paul is only for money reason, and that's it. That's all I can say about that. Tank is just money grabbing now.
Boxing's a business. Boxing is business. The arguably the greatest fighter of all time, depending on how you talk to Floyd Mayweather, used to preach it all the time. Boxing is business. No one gave Floyd Mayweather a hard time. A lot of Mayweather, some people did, but really everyone was saying Floyd Mayweather's so great. And he did the same thing. He fought for money. He fought at the right time. I like Jake Paul just for what he does with the sport. I know a lot of people disagree with what he's doing with boxing, but one of the number one things he's doing, he's bringing youth to boxing more than anyone else. Before Jake Paul was bringing all these audiences, you would hear that boxing's dying to the UFC because you had fighters like John Jones, Francis Ngannou, Stipe, all these, Conor McGregor, and everybody was saying boxing was dying. And Jake Paul, whether you call what he's doing a mockery or not with the sport of boxing, there's one thing he did was kill the narrative of boxing is dying. He's selling a lot of shows. He's doing a lot of things like that. People want him to fight all of these fighters, and they're like, fight a real boxer. I had stats pulled up. I'm not going to bring up because this is the direction the conversation's going. Jake Paul has 13 fights, 1 loss. Now, if you pull your favorite fighter up, you can pull up Triple G, you can pull up Crawford, and you look at their top 10 fight or their first 10 fights and look at who they fought in their first 10 fights. They're fighting guys 2-14, 0-6. Because that's how boxing works. You build your record. Everybody's like, why isn't he fighting a boxer? Yeah, he fought, even though these are MMA guys, he fought Tyron Woodley, very experienced combat sport fighter. He's finding people in combat. So yeah, there was a couple other things in there where you're like, oh, this is gimmick. But guess what? He's in the business of making money. Unfortunately, that's what boxing has turned into. And Floyd Mayweather, I believe, created it this way and made this narrative. But people that keep saying he needs to fight this guy, he needs to fight that guy. No, he doesn't. Build your record. All these top fighters with the asterisk next to Olympians because they've already on that Olympic status, like Lomachenko and stuff like that, they can go in fighting world champions coming off the bat in their top 5 fights. With someone like Jake Paul with no amateur experience, you're expecting him to go in and fight fighters like Bivol. That's just silly. He has 13 fights, and there's a narrative that he's not a real fighter. And I was with that narrative for the first 2 years of this gimmick. But he's been training in boxing for over 6 years. I want to see someone that thinks he's just some YouTuber that hasn't stepped in the gym go and step in a boxing ring with Jake Paul and tell me if he's just a YouTuber at this point. He's one of the top promoters in the world. He did something that has never been done with his promotion, and that's put an all-female boxing card with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor headlining it. Amanda Serrano's, in my opinion, the second best because I always give the best to Clarissa Shields. She's the best to me. But Amanda Serrano is the first Hispanic fighter.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, but for a long time, she technically pound for pound, Amanda Serrano is the best fighter, but not in my opinion.
Women?
Yeah, but Clarissa Shields, in my opinion, is the best fighter. Pound for pound, Kels, though. What does pound for pound mean? That means bouncing to different weight classes, winning championships. Clarissa Shields doesn't do that. She just knocks everybody out in her weight class.
Clarissa Shields went from middleweight to heavyweight and won a title in heavyweight, and she undefeated.
Yeah, but that's it.
But I understand what you're saying. That's like saying Pacquiao.
Exactly the same with Pacquiao.
That's like saying Pacquiao because he won. He was an 8-time division winner. Went from there to there. He's a pound for pound champion, but everybody know Floyd Mayweather is the best fighter.
Exactly.
He's only a 6th time. So I heard you about the Jake Paul thing, and I understand that he never fought an amateur. and I understand that. But he was fighting all people who was washed. When he fought Tyron Woodley, he was washed. When he fought Anderson Silva, he was washed.
Don't disagree.
So when he fought a boxer who was at his class, Fury, he lost. So now he's fighting Tank. He fighting Tank, who is smaller than him.
Exhibition money grab, man, for Tank.
I know.
It's a business and it's bringing youth to boxing. Like, that's a big thing people aren't looking at. And you can say he fought an actual boxer and lost, but look at Bernard Hopkins. Fought an actual boxer his first fight, took an L his first fight, and still became world champion. And he's actually the oldest champion ever.
Yes.
So just because he had an early loss doesn't mean nothing, because he fought a guy with a little more experience. Nothing.
So is Jake Paul gonna fight a boxer in his weight class?
Build his record. I don't have the
his record is 13. His record is 13-1. Most of the time, when you get to most of the time, you move up in weight, you move up in your rank, in your winnings.
Right.
You move up when you win, you go up to a. All right, put it like this: he don't even have to fight a world class boxer. Fight a middle class boxer. Fight somebody. If he all right, Bibble is too good for him. Fight Bogatov or somebody like in his weight class. Fight somebody like Dylan White or somebody that's in his weight class.
Fight these guys with 25 fights. Fight these guys with this
or a big baby Jared Anderson.
Fight. That's not how the business of boxing works. Like, you have to build your record. Like, people saying fight this guy so early in his career, that's asinine. That just proves they don't know nothing about the business. If you go into any boxing gym in Cleveland, you go into the amateurs and hear how people talk. Everyone cherry picks their first 15 fights. Every single person.
After the 15 fights.
Yeah, and he has 13. He still has, and then once you come off of those 15 fights, you can start moving to try to make a run at a title.
So his 15th fight is coming up with Tank. So
this is an exhibition. This doesn't count.
So this don't even count. So what's the point of fighting a dude who's a lightweight? He's a lightweight.
Boxing is business.
Man, that's not a business. Okay, you went back and said Floyd. You went back and said Floyd was making money, right? But Floyd was fighting the last couple of fights, besides Conor McGregor, the last couple of fights, he was fighting real boxers. He was fighting people who had records. Floyd.
Yeah, he was also 40-0. Like, what are you saying? What's the point? You're saying, what's the point of an exhibition? Yeah, we saw Floyd Mayweather beat the Big Show. Come on, now.
But
like, be realistic.
All right,
be realistic.
I'm about to use your same logic. I'm about to use your same logic that you used before. Floyd Mayweather was retired, so he could have done that. He was retired, so he can fight as whatever that word is, exhibition. But Tank is not retired. Tank
wants to retire.
Tank is a fighter that just came off a controversy draw with Lamont Roach. Everybody want to see Lamont Roach and Tank fight.
Yeah,
I don't see why everybody's so enthralled with this fight. This fight doesn't mean nothing to me, to be honest. As a boxing fan, because it's a business, man. It's for money. It's from boxing. It's for money. That's just what it is. They're gonna sell out. It's even though you don't want to watch it. Guess what? Jake Paul's gonna. I'm gonna watch it because it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, not even that. So, you'll watch it because it's gonna be funny. Other people's gonna watch it, but there's gonna be 2 million kids watching that because of YouTubers on there. It's about money. That's at the end of the day. That's what it is.
I will say about him and his brother. Them some YouTube things, boy. Like
sensation.
I'm not saying. I ain't saying do not go get your money. I'm not saying don't get your money. That's cool. Get your money. But when you're fighting a boxer as Tank stature in the boxing world, you shouldn't have that type of fight. It should be an exhibition. Then it should be a real fight. If you're gonna make this a real fight, cool. Tank, you gonna move up to 200 pounds. You gain 200 pounds. Then
It'd be at a catch weight at like
weight.
175, but
You do a catch weight.
There'll be a catch weight, but there's the reason there's no point to that. It's because it's a catch grab. Like why in the world would Tank fight Lamont Roach and have a really difficult fight? And
Because
listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
And make like a $2 million purse or whatever he's going to make off that fight. Or I take this easy exhibition and I make $15 million off of it.
I'm not
That's
saying
what it is.
I mean, I already said when I first started, my first statement was this is a money grab for Tank.
No.
This is a money grab for Tank. But from a pure boxing standpoint, if I'm a boxing fan, I would be very disappointed. If I'm Tank and this dude almost beat me, I'll tell you this: Tank and Floyd Mayweather got something in common. They never give people rematches. Never. Never. I give you, he did that with Pitbull. He did that with Pitbull. And he did that with,
I wouldn't give Pitbull a rematch either.
He gave, and now he's doing the same thing to Lamont Roach.
I mean, Floyd gave Maidana a rematch after a close loss.
Because everybody was, you know, why he gave Maidana a rematch?
Floyd has had a couple of rematches.
Spoiled. Everybody was on his ass telling that Maidana beat him. But Floyd was like, no, I want it back. Now, then he whipped Madonna's butt the second fight. Why do Tank supposed to be the best fighter in his weight class? He
is the best fighter in his weight class.
I don't think so no more.
And I think he beats Haney. I think he beats Haney. I think he knocks out Devin Haney.
Man, Devin Haney is the most running fighter that I've ever seen in my life.
I think
he runs too much. He pity pat people.
He boxes off points. That's what he does.
Okay.
He boxes off points.
All right, he beat Ramirez, right? The lowest punching output in boxing history.
Right.
That was not a boxing. That was a track meet. He was running.
He was running. What's the name of the game, Kels? Kels, what's the name of the game? What's the name of the game in boxing?
It's Sweet Summons. You're supposed to not get hit.
No, yeah. The objective when you're in the ring is to hit and not get hit.
He wasn't even hitting nothing.
He hit enough. You could think it was boring. But you're not a judge. The judges still gave him it doesn't matter if the fight's ugly. It doesn't matter if it's every fight's not gonna be like swinging for the fences.
You remember Sugar Ray? You remember Sugar Ray and Marvin Hagler fight? You remember Sugar Ray and Marvin Hagler fight?
Watched a ton of Sugar Ray Leonard's my favorite fighter of all time.
Okay, me too. I love Sugar Ray, but you know what Sugar Ray did to Marvin Hagler? Every 30 seconds, at the end of every 35 seconds, he did a flurry. That's all he did the whole fight. That's all he did. Because
the judges only remember the last thing. That's how you steal rounds. That is an art to steal a round.
But if you really watch the fight, Hagler was in control of the fight. He was the most aggressive fighter. Devin Haney don't even be aggressive.
Aggression doesn't always win. Look at Floyd Mayweather.
Running always win. That's what's wrong with boxing. Everybody run. I understand that you.
It's a chess match. It's a chess match. That's why Floyd Mayweather said MMA is for beer drinkers, because it's having you got to watch and look at the moves and see the lateral angles and see the mind games people are playing that you don't even see. In the back half of Mayweather's career, he did a lot of running, but it's just boxing. It's just boxing.
Even Mayweather didn't run as much as these fighters do now. Mayweather did stay in the pocket and fight. Mayweather did stay in the pocket and fight.
And Mayweather counterpunched, but half the time
that's the game of the.
That's not staying in the pocket. Mayweather would hit you twice.
How you want counterpunch if you're not in the pocket
and leave? Because you don't have to counterpunch from the pocket. You can counterpunch while you're cutting the distance. If your opponent's trying to cut the ring off, if they're trying to cut the ring off and walk you down, you can because he'd cut his lateral angles, which people say is running. When you cut your angle, people are like, "Oh, he's running. He's running. This, and that." Because I'm not going to let you beat on me in the corner. I'm not going to let you walk me down and have your
rewatch the Devin Haney fight against Ramirez, and you tell me, was that lateral movement or pure running?
Look, it's a boring fight. I get it, but he did enough to win.
Everybody in that boxing history, the boxing people was like, that was dude ran. But this
One,
the
he
Tank,
did enough.
the
He
Tank,
hit and not get hit.
to Tank, this is what I want to say to Tank. After you get your $15 million or whatever, and I understand your legal terms and all that, I guess it. You know, you need the money. I got it. But I'm looking at Tank differently now. I'm looking at Tank differently now because I was a Tank fan, but now I can't be a Tank fan because you ducked Lamont Roach. You ducked your toughest opponent. You ducked two opponents that almost beat you, and you didn't want to fight him.
What would you have done?
I'd have fought Lamont Roach.
You would have fought Lamont Roach to get $2 million. Not took the easy cash grab. Dude, you're crazy. That's cap. That's a lot.
Look. You're not gonna put you're gonna see that. You're gonna see that check. And you're gonna see that. You're gonna be like, you know what? And it's an exhibition. In 2 months, he can still fight Lamont Roach because it's not a sanctioned bout unless he gets knocked out. And that's for my point.
He can still fight.
I could have fought Lamont Roach and still got that $15 million.
But he can fight.
He can fight
Jake Paul. No, he can fight Jake Paul first, then fight Lamont Roach. He wouldn't have been able to fight Lamont Roach and fight Jake Paul in such a short period of time.
Oh no, they could have. What if he'd have fought Lamont Roach in August? He could have came back and fought Jake Paul later this year.
Wow, you gonna risk not taking that purse? You really gonna risk not taking that money?
I'm gonna risk. I'm looking at.
You can't talk to Kills about money.
I'm looking for this standpoint. I'm a competitive type of person, and I'm not about to have an asterisk on my name, and I'm supposed to be the best in the world, and I'm ducking this dude because he beat me, because he so-called beat me, and I had a draw. Jake Paul go be there. I got to take care of him first. That's just me. I don't know. $2 million is good anyway. I can go ahead.
I just use those numbers as an example, but I know the Jake Paul, that Netflix purse, that is different. It's different.
I know it's different. That's why Mike Tyson fought. That's why Mike Tyson fought. Shit. Now if I'm Mike Tyson, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that little $10 million.
Everybody try to get the bag the best way they can, man. We gonna see how this fight go. Great point of views from each one of y'all. As always, Dave, appreciate your expertise on the boxing. Kills, you as well. Y'all really set a lot of things in perspective, but I think Jake Paul, what he's doing for boxing, for the business of boxing, you can't knock him for what he's doing, or how he get his bag. Excuse me. That being said, man, great conversation today, y'all. Great conversation. I appreciate everybody that tuned in on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content like we see tonight. Also, on the Diva Spivey Media Network. Appreciate y'all as well. Even though it's another Failure Friday, that's what I'm calling it for Kills, Failure Friday, for not getting us drunk how we want to get drunk.
You still can get drunk.
Hey, yeah, you're right. You're right. But not with the help of you, of course. But
hey, man,
we're going to have a great weekend. We're going to catch y'all Monday, same time, same place, 7 p.m. on the Diva Spivey Media Network, also YouTube. All right, Tony Riley, whatever his name was, try to ball up the paper and throw it.
Kills the truth.
Y'all stay safe. For myself, for Kills the Truth, for Dave. Happy weekend. Appreciate y'all. We out of here. Deuces. Yes, sir.
Like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. We got it with a ship for bees. We got it with a ship for bees. Like the Cavs, we gotta let them know.
You are now locked in with Antoine Spivey. This is EnDaZone Sports.